Welcome, I'm your theloladass. So today I'm gonna bring you Paladins Season 5 update patch notes. So this season 5 is called Schmies, like a weird name to say it. Like I don't know why they say that, because like it's the end of one arc that was Yaggorath. If you remember last year, I think it was the entire year was all around the Yaggorath. So Yaggorath is not like it's defeated by Azan, but it's not the end of Yaggorath. But for now, it's a period and that like that they end that arc. Like I say, they are now doing like arcs because is what animes do, and so they are inspired. They got inspired by that, and they are doing around like that. And now it starts a new arc that's gonna be around the Corvus, right, the beast, and around the tribunal. Like they want to end with the beast with Corvus. So with the new champion comes a new arc that's gonna be around always Corvus and the others. And so with this new champion, there was already some hints, like developers giving some, of course, artwork that was for the cards of the champion. Of course, nobody knew the name. They knew, okay, it's gonna be some assassin. Everyone knew that it will be assassin because when a PTS comes, exists some people that know how to discover the files to know where the next champions are coming. So the new champion is like this. People were saying that, oh, how you pronounce this? So there was immediately like some League of Legends players that say that is V, but no, they had to say it's 7 because these numerical numbers, not numerical numbers, but Roman numbers. So it's 7, right end of tribunal. So you can see immediately he's like an assassin flanker, and it seems like he's, of course, the developers of Paladins don't say, but he's like inspired on that shot or that stroke from Batman. You can see that immediately, like the mask, an assassin that is going to is a silent assassin to kill people that are doing bad things. So immediately go for Deathstroke that is from Batman. So that's where it comes the inspiration. Of course, developers never say that, but if you are a player that plays a lot of games, you see immediately where it comes. So since the very beginning, the realm has been in peril, be it calamitous threats rivaling the scourge of all, or the umbrella ambition of evil men. Fate has always conspired against realm kinds. It was defense of his justice that the altered tribunal, because it's what he is defending, was formed. But for true justice to prevail, the order would need more than a pious judge. They will need an executioner, someone unburdened by the trappings of mercy who will ensure that judgments cast were judgment kept. 7 is one of the past in Chronicle opened the gravestones of the wicked. He is the Grim Reaper, a collector of titles made in guilty blood. Like a phantom, he undertakes missions that will break most men, employing ruthless force and deadly precision. But then again, who's to say he's even a man? Because you don't know, because he uses a mask. They even released a trailer showing that the end of the arc of Yaggorath, and then they showed the trailer of 7 showing him going after Corvus, because the tribunal wants to end with Corvus, what he's trying to do. So that's why 7 is coming. So because Dark is gonna be around all of these. So he's gonna be a flank immediately. That's easy. When he's an assassin, he needs to be a flank. Easily done. Low health, 1900 health. His weapon is a heavy CMG. Default it's a burst mode, because he's gonna have 3 different types of molds for his weapon. The default starts immediately with burst mode. Fire of 3 150 damage shots every 0.65 seconds. Has a maximum range of 300 units, being fully effective at 130 units with perfect accuracy. So saying that the burst mode is 3 shots, always 150 damage per shot, of course. The max range of this mode is 300 units, but is better at 130 units with perfect accuracy, meaning what they are saying that is this mode, burst mode, is better at close range. That's what they are trying to say. Then we have mag dump. Unload your entire magazine dealing 500 damage for every 10 bullets fired. The heavy CMG has maximum round capacity of 40 bullets. Mag dump has an effective range of 15 units with a maximum range of 100 units. Automatic, because these are the modes: burst mode, mag dump, and automatic. Fire off your automatic CMG dealing 175 damage every 0.175 seconds. Maximum range is 175 units with an effective range of 90 units. So showing that again close range. What they are saying is that it's gonna be always a champion that you want to be in a close range to do a lot of damage, is what they are trying to say. Alternative fire trigger discipline, swap between one of the different modes: burst mode, mag dump mode, and automatic dump. Automatic modes. So that are these 3, is what I was saying. That's the right trigger, the right mouse button that's gonna do that. Only to switch, so you need to remember all of this. Remember everything of this to know what is the best for your play style, of course. Then we have ability 1, explosive dodge. Dodge 30 units in one of 4 directions. Drop an explosive trap that has 3 explosions, dealing 250 damage for each explosion. The explosions have an effective radius of 35 units, and 2 explosives can be out at once. The traps explode every 0.45 seconds. So not bad. That because immediate dropping explosive trap that has 3 explosions deals 250 damage for each explosion. Not bad. So in total a lot of damage. The explosion radius, okay, 35 units, and 2 explosions can be out at once. So not bad. Nothing like broken, nothing like that. Then his ability 2 is grappling hook. Grab 2 walls and stick to them for 5 seconds, becoming stealthy for the duration. Of course, if you fire or move, you immediately get out of stealth. You cannot fire in stealth. So meaning that is only to see where the enemies are coming and then move out to other position is what it is. Nothing like, okay, I'm stealthing and I'm firing to the enemies, nothing like that. So, and I think it's good because it's getting annoying when games put a lot of stealth champions. It's kind of boring to see that, so it's always a good thing. Another thing that they don't talk in here, because they forgot to, is not they forgot, but sometimes they don't put on the patch notes, but they explain on the when they are showing the champion, is that you can grapple enemies and allies. So if you grab allies, you go to them, right? You go near to your champion, to your friend champions. If you grapple enemies, you push the enemies to you. Is what it is. So no, it's always a good thing at the same time. Then you have Ultimate Order 77. I think they say that they're gonna change the name of Order 77 to Other, it seems. Target enemies with your mask, locking into them. While enemies are marked, you can refire his ultimate to trigger the mark, dealing 250 damage and fearing them for 2 seconds. Can't target up to 5 enemies and the duration is 5 seconds. Okay, so like can target up to 5 enemies, right? Putting his ultimate because he's high, and the duration is 5 seconds. Okay, not bad. You can put all 5 enemies with fear. Yeah, because you can fire his ultimate to the mark, dealing 200 fearing them for 2 seconds. Not bad. Okay. The talents is like his abilities. Let's talk a little bit of abilities. You can see that his abilities is gonna be around his left click, left mouse button. It's gonna be around the changing modes of his weapon, is what it seems. And then it's gonna be a close range champion that you need to do, fight in close range. So it shows that it's gonna be like you kill someone and then you need to use the dodge, right? Dodge and use the grapple to get the fuck out of there. easy champion to understand how he's gonna be around to play. Now it's like it's gonna be how the players will react to the champion, because sometimes people don't like because he's an assassin and he needs to be close range to fire and I need to be fucking fast to kill someone, do dodge and then use the grappling hook. So yeah. Then we have the talents, the default tribunal upgrades. The FCMG now has 3 elements effects. Fire, imbued to mag dump, that deals damage over time. Okay, not bad. Electrical charge burst mode, that reveals enemies and deals AoE mode. Damage, not bad. Don't forget this for the burst mode, this for the mag dump. And ice infused automatic fire that slows enemies. So not bad. I think this is good. This default immediately talent is very good. Like the mag dump puts fire, deals damage over time, nicely done. The burst mode will be with electrical. The mode that reveals enemies and deals AoE damage, nicely done. And the ice and the automatic will be with ice that slows enemies. So I think it's good that they do that, because not to be boring the CMG. So putting elements in the CMG, it will be good to see how it's gonna work. I think this talent immediate is very good. Then level 2 overcharger or the 77, that is the ultimate, is now overcharged. The ultimate will no longer fear enemies, but will deal 1100 after targeting an enemy for 1 second, and the ultimate charge rate is increased by 50%. So instead of putting the enemy's fear and doing 250 damage, you target one enemy and you do immediate 1100 damage for targeting an enemy. So you have only 1 second to target and you do immediate that damage, and ultimate charge rate is increased by 50%. Yes, it's good, but I think it will always depend on the enemy team what it is. If it's better to have this talent, or to have the ultimate to do this, or to have the original ultimates. And then the level 8 spring loaded explosive dodge. Drop an explosion where you land and take off from, decrease the cooldown by 30%, 35%, decrease range by 25%. It's like nothing impressive this. So this shoe for me seems better, because the default talents can change the way that you fight the enemies, like fire, damage over time, electricity that reveals enemies and those AoE damage, and ice that will slow enemies. And then this level 2 or the overcharge, that instead of putting enemies with fear and do 250 damage, you can do 1100 damage to one enemy and increase the charge rate of ultimate to 50%. So these two are the best talents. This is like it's for the when you are dodging only, like doesn't seem like impressive. Then of course we have the cards that tells a lot of his lore. If you want, like, of course it's hard to understand what means the lore with the cards, of course, but is like you can see it and then try to see what they want to mean. So it's always like that. Then we have his cosmetics. So we have Deadly Power, the limited, that is unlocked through Season Pass 2022. This skill will become unable after Season Pass 2022 has finished. So immediately, like, you need to buy the Season Pass. If you don't buy it, you can't have it. We have the Crimson Guard skin, that it can be purchased by gold or crystals, so go immediately to gold. But if you have the Season Pass, the new Season Pass, right, you will immediately have this skin. Not bad. We have Ivy Sentinel. This skin is like the mask isn't like nothing interesting. So it's obtained by gold chest, direct purchase, PlayStation Plus pack, and system message. I don't know what is that. And then we have Death Orchids, that is obtained through Trials of Realm. Okay, so it shows that they have different ways to obtain the skins. Not bad. We have the Biting Wind, that seems good. That is through the Bounty Store. That's Event Pass exclusive. And then we have the Golden Skin, that is level 50. So you can see 7 skins for him, and every skin is different to obtain. So not bad. Then we have the emotes, of course, silent, the default, the sounds that is through season pass, the pulse that the default and through season pass, not bad. Then we have the new event pass that is Abyss Hunter Academy, that a lot of games do about these that academy skins. Nowadays every game does that because it's an easy way to make skins. It's nothing like super hard. So we come top of the class with our latest event pass, Abyss Hunter Academy. Insert to unlock the schoolyard MF skin for purchasing and unlock a total of 24 level of rewards as you play. Players can also purchase a buy all option to get all content in the Abyss Hunter Academy event pass instantly, the normal. So when you buy the pass, the event pass immediately, you receive the schoolyard MF, this skin, and 50% experience and gold boost, the normal. Then level 12, you receive the color palette, the study MF. Both are good, both. The level 18, you receive the class president array. This seems good too. And then level 24, you receive the valedictorian ray. This seems bad because the blue is like, ugh, like what the fuck happened? Oh well. Then all the event pass exclusive unlocks. You receive the static spray, BFFs, XOXO. You receive another avatar pensive. I don't know what that means. A loading frame. You receive a 3D spray. Give me a V. Okay. Animated spray Naughty Lucipur. Okay, that's good. Avatar My F Charm. Avatar Final Tests. Death card. You also need to study more, of course, because you die. A Death Stamp Lucipur again. Then Trials of the Realm. New trials and rewards await you for release of the Abyss Hunter Academy patch. Complete this challenge to each week to unlock a variety of cosmetic, currency and XP rewards. So here you go. It's like this in the beginning was very good, but then it starts to be always repetitive. It's like, ugh, they need to improve this because it's always repetitive. Like nothing like gives an excitement for the game anymore. You receive this MVP, Proud, 3D spray, a static spray running with daggers, static spray, okay fine whatever because they are angry. A static spray Ray, okay, avatar floating Lucipur, another 3D spray, teacher's pets, 3D spray death metal, animate avatar sweet Lucipur, and animated spray catfight. Then we have limited modes. The Schism update will feature 3 unique and 5 previous popular modes that rotate through the patch cycle. Each week there will be different limited time mode available from midnight Friday until 8 AM on Monday EST. Here are some quick previews of what to expect next. So super random, which champion will get win faster abilities and faster movement, close quarters, 7 corps baited to determine the fate of the outer tribunal. There you go. Then we have customizations, that is more skins of course. Golden Peep, there we go, not bad, it's like he's already gold, right? He's already yellow. But now I feel like black and yellow and the chickens. Not bad. We have Dark Drake Azan. At first I thought it would be a bull. I was like, why is the Drake? But then I understand why. Okay, it's like, it's a good skin, but it's like, it doesn't have those wings from a dragon, is what it is. And available in Myths of the Realm chest for direct purchase, that a new chest will come and this skin will be there, or you can direct purchase, that is through crystals. I think it's always through crystals, you can't put money, it's crystals only. Not bad at all. And we have Jurassic Ink. It's like, this skin is like, okay, in terms of artwork is good, but then when you see inside of the game, it's like, not very good, because this one, the artwork is good, but inside the game is even better. The Jurassic King artwork good, but inside of the game is like nothing special. And this skin is available with the purchase of Season Pass, of course. And then we have a new mount, Dino Dash. It seems good inside of the game because when they showed it seems good. Available with purchase of season pass through. Like it's the beginning of a new season. A lot of things are immediate first in the season pass always. Then we have community content, holiday and avatar, all the avatars and spray. So Valentine's Day avatar Peep. We have Lunar New Year avatar Year of Tigron. International Women's Day static spray Altavia, and St. Patrick's Day avatar Barik. There you go. Then the other that's from the community avatar, that the one. Like they are not bad. They do good avatars. It's always good to see. Then we have chests, Myths of the Realm, comes January 26, price 400 crystals. This is when the patch will come, because the first chest is when the patch will come, so you know immediately that the patch will come out on January 26, and the content is that Dark Drake Azan, that will be in there. Then later Final Frontier, price 400 crystals, February 9, will bring all some skins previous skins that were released if you want, so not bad. Then we have general updates, so develop commentary in the coming year and new season is a part to the table that Paladins continue to grow, and that of course means trying new things. At the same time, we also want to find ways to improve the quality of existing features. There are examples of each in this patch, and we hope we are on a great path forward to continue to deliver fun and exciting features to the community. But then I will talk about this because they say, okay, you want to grow the community like that with new things, but this is not the way to do it because it's already old, the game. But then I will talk about that. So Siege Beyond, Evil Mods wants to make 2022 the biggest year of Paladins ever. It won't happen. To do that, we are planning 3 major feature shifts over the course of the year. For each of these, we'll release them into the game for players to try out and give feedback on. We introduce a new version of Siege Beyond, with new features enabled. Current Siege rules will persist in the existing queue, renamed as Siege Core. None of the stage will immediately affect rank or non-Siege game modes. For each change or schism, if it's something the players love, we'll incorporate into Paladins permanently. If they don't, we'll roll back before trying the next schism. The second one is expected in patch 3, and the third is planned for the patch 5. The first is going to live in this update, the item store schism. So the first one is this item store that they're gonna change to see if people like it or not. Like it's a top, if people like it, will stay in the game. If they don't like it, they will roll back. So we have put together an entire new item store. There are 3 focused tracks: support, tank, damage, as well as 1 universal track. For any given stage of the store, players may choose one of the 3 available items. By choosing the best option for your champion out of 3, the system should be easier for new players to learn. And with 12 stages of items to choose from, as well as a new types of item, the result is greater strategic depth than our previous store. We expect this to offer the greatest degree of customization of champions and playstyle yet. So it's like, when you read, it seems, okay, good. They will have 3 tracks for support, tank and damage, as well 1 universal track. So you are like, okay, seems good. But imagine I'm playing as a tank, right? But I want to have some damage for the tank. Will on the track of the tank have damage in there? Or it's gonna only be defense, more shield, more duration, less cooldowns? So that's immediately a issue in there, because for now we could like, okay, I'm going tank, but let me buy some damage in there to help my team to take damage immediately off a champion. Now with this change, for now, what means the universal track? It's not well explained, but then like 3 focused tracks that are saying like there is a track for support, for tank and damage. Damage is the flank and the front, that normal damage, right? Is what they are saying. But sometimes when you play Paladins, you want to, on the tank, you want to have some damage at the same time. When I go to the tank track, can then I select some damage from the damage track or not? That isn't explained in there. meaning that people need to go to PTS, try out until they see if it works or not. Because if it doesn't work, what people will say, players will say, it sucks. If it works, people will say, okay, it's a good thing, it's a good idea. But they need to explain better, but well. Then new season updates, so season 5 rank rewards, play 100 games. You get insert coin avatar, win 100 games. You will get Will or Willow skin. That is this skin. It's like, okay, it's robotic Willow. Not bad. And reach goal 5 or higher, you get season 5 loading frame. Of course. Then season 4, ranked frames. Here we go, like nothing special. Commendations, play you receive 500 commendations during season 4. Will receive this frame at the beginning of season 5. Okay. Like every game does nowadays, like thumbs up because he was a team player like that. Okay. Then split 1, split rewards, play 15 rank match, gold chest, play 25 match, target acquire, always same. Then design and balancing, healing and cauterize, so change that they're gonna do on certain items now. Since its inception, Cauterize has been used as a stopgap method to reduce healing in a game and genre in which healing is so important. Cauterize has been required for a match to feel normal. It becomes a necessary item to purchase and a necessary item to balance itself, with other balance being done around it. We do not believe Cauterize in its current form, regardless of the value of anti-heal, is healthy in the long term for Paladins. As such, we are changing how we approach Cauterize and healing reduction in general. Our aim is to introduce a new passive version of Cauterize, such that everyone has Cauterize applied by their in-hand shots, scaling over the course of the match. This should help ensure supports continue to feel impactful, while also facilitating a healthier power curve for healing over the course of the match. As such, starting with the first update, we are introducing this new system. So immediate Cauterize is no longer a purchasable item in match store. It will replace it with provision. Cauterize form anti-healing effect will now be applied to everyone in hand at start of every match at the base level, and then scale based on time and the game mode being played to max value. So initial value 25%, max value 90%. So it scales based on the time and the game mode, of course. So the longer it's going, more scale it's gonna be. The max, of course, is 90%. The rate of this Cauterize scale will vary based on the game mode being played, of course, depending on the game mode that you are playing. Game mode that is faster, immediately they need to change the value. When you are playing the main mode that is for Paladins, it will be this. So items, Cauterize has been removed from the item store. The new item, provision, the price. Okay, the normal description restores 15, 30, 45% of your maximum ammo after earning an elimination. So you kill and you receive this percentage of ammo. Veteran, current, increase your base maximum health by 4, 8, 12%. Increase scaling, it's going to be 5, 10, 50%. So increasing more the base max health that you can have. And rejuvenate, current is receive 6% more healing from other players, and they're going to increase the scaling to 7, 40, 21%. So they are trying to more health that you can receive on your base maximum health. They're going to be increasing because now everyone will have Cauterize immediately in the beginning. So developer commentary after Cauterize itself, the biggest change here is introducing a new item to store in its place. All this is going to have impact on many aspects of the game and individual match. In support of this new Cauterize effect being baseline and this new item replace it, he will be closely monitoring statistics and feedback and make changes as appropriate will find an appropriate balance. So immediately I think like what they gotta pay attention is the Cauterizing doing the same effect it had before, or will be weaker or powerful, and then at the same time seeing how the healing goes. If it's easy to kill enemies, still like okay, they are killing the enemies how they should, or the healing is so powerful that you can't even see the effect of Cauterize. They're gonna need to see both at the same time, not like, oh, let me see the Cauterize effect and now I pay attention to it. Now they need to see both at the same time. Then of course the nerfs and buffs. Azan immediately, because it was the new champion, immediately he needs to be nerfed, of course. So talents, persistence. His current was reduced damage you take by 5% and gain 40% of lifesteal on your hits with judgment. Like I say, it was so powerful this, and now they took out the 5% damage reduction granted by this talent, of course. Like I say, it was so strong, so they took out the 5%. So you only have now lifesteal. Then ability Sanctuary players can now refire this ability to destroy all of the current active walls. Higher, the maximum damage reduction at max higher has been reduced to 50%. Judgment reduced maximum range from 450 to 300. Okay. Conviction, remove crowd control immunity and debuff immunity during the dash. Conviction, I don't remember what is conviction. Remove crowd control immunity and debuff immunity. Damn it, I don't remember what's conviction. And then of course the cards. They explain why they do that. They nerf it, of course. It's easy to understand why. It was strong. Barik, talent, forge fire. Current dome shield now costs 45% ultimate charge and plays a flamethrower turret with modified valves and no shield. Can have 2 active at once. So they increase the ultimate charge required to fire to 40%. Okay, it costs more. Okay. Then bug, catch, giga siphon. Currently increase your movement speed by 10% while recovery is active. So they're going to increase the scale to 12. Okay. No escape. Your increase movement speed 5 for 5 seconds after getting killed, blow or elimination. Then increase the scale to 7%. Okay. Street sweeper, increase your reload speed for 5. They increase the scale to 7. Okay, that's good. Because it increases more. Okay, not bad for the champion. EV cards, these only cards for EV, right? Yep, only cards. So they are showing that EV, both these champions, Buck and EV, are in a good spot. They are not super strong, neither weak. So, okay. Fernando talent, Aegis increase, so he increased time until shield starts to charge at full speed after taking damage. It's gonna put to 1.35 seconds. Okay. Decrease the percentage of shield charge while shield is active goes to 0.225%. Increase the percentage of shield required to bring shield up after being broken to 25%, and decrease base shield health to 5,200 health. Holy shit, so many things. Like in here, people to remember this talent is like, so many shit in there. But it's all about that talent that gives shield. My god. And then Furia talent, again, shares current the Kindle Soul heals up to 50% additional base health based on your ally missing health, and its range is increased by 300%. The scale goes to 20%. Okay. Giving a buff to her. Then we have Grog, talent, Totemic Ward. Current gain a third charge of healing total and increase their healing by 10%. So increase totem healing bonus to 50%. Like with Grog, they can't even balance him. Sometimes it's like he receives the buff, then passes 2 months and he receives the nerf. It's like they can't even balance him correctly. It's like because it's like doesn't work because of how he's the champion. Because he's one of the begin champions that came for the game, so now they can't even balance correctly. In our abilities, Seismic Crash, reduce the time before you throw a spear from 1.5 seconds to 1.4, okay? Stone Spear, increase the effective range to 85 units. Not bad. Janus, Talent, Luminary, current all allies already affected by Astral Mark are healed for an initial 250 when you use Master Mask. Now they will increase the value to 285. Then the ability Astral Mark, because it's what he needs, the talent. Astral Mark current apply Celestial Blessing that pass through ghosts to heal allies for 300 and an additional 180 every 1 second for 10 seconds. And now they will change it, increase the healing over time component. 180 every 1 second to 200 to every 1 second. Okay, they will change this. So it more 200. I think this is gonna be super strong. So this talent, they are trying to make people to play with this talent. Okay, but that's a lot of healing, because don't forget, okay, people will start with the Cauterize immediately, but you're gonna have those 2 items that will give more healing, and they are buffing this, the talent plus the ability. Like, isn't that too much healing for Janus? I will be careful with this. Yes, like they say in here, underperforming. Okay, understandable, but now with the change of taking out Cauterize, but now when you start the game you already have Cauterize, isn't this too many healing? You have to see. For me, in my perspective, I'm seeing too many healing for Janus, but I can be wrong at the same time. Can talent, vortex grip, current targets hit by command grab are stunned for additional 1.2 seconds, so they will increase the duration of the stun to 1.4. Not bad. Like, nothing like, oh my god, it's like, okay, nothing like, I think they wouldn't need him, because of what they say. Okay. Lian talent, a la critic, current, reduce the cooldown of grace by 1 second, cause grace to hit all enemies in front of you instead of only one. So the new one will be grace now hits all enemies in front of you instead of only one, but its cooldown is increased by 1 second. Okay, so they they change, like, okay, now instead of being one, it's all enemies, but the cooldown is increased by 1 second. Okay, but again, Lian still is one of the strongest champions in the game, and they are trying to nerf her, but still they can't, because of how the game changed over the years. And this shows what's becoming a problem, that they try to nerf a champion, sometimes doesn't work, but when it works it's so bad, they try to buff, they become overpowered again, they can't balance it correctly because of how the game evolved during the years. That's the issue. Makoa abilities, cannon, increase per shot damage to 575. The cards then, okay, Peep talents, combat medic, the current potion launch also will alice it for 750. You no longer take damage from your Yapon shots. So the new one, combat medic, now also increase the rate of fire of potion launch by 10%. So more to this here. Okay, they are buffing the supports because they need now. And we have Sati, another one of the recent champions that came. Abilities Ricochet, increase the collision range of the coin by 20%. Now targets the closest enemy on initial hit and the lowest health enemy it is range for subsequent shots. Wallbang, increase the size of wallbang projectiles. Because one of the issues of Sati was about the coin that she threw an unit shot coin. It was super hard to wait for that. So yeah, they need to buffer. Sky base health to 2100, space movement speed to 390. Because why they are increasing this? Because she's a flanker. She's gonna have more health than 7. It's like, why? Want to see be more than she is right now. So we have increased both our base. To increase her ability to be where she needs to be, make an impact. Okay. Kinda weird, but okay. I understand what they want. They want to see her being played more, basically. Talos down, inner strength. The current one is reset cooldown of overcharge and bleeds upper when you teleport using Rune of Travel. The new one will be reduced to cooldown of overcharge and bleeds upper by 6 seconds when you teleport using Rune Travel. So instead of resetting, it's gonna be only by 6 seconds. Okay. Because he was strong with this talent. Okay. Torvalds ability Upper Beam now grants crowd control immunity for its duration. Very good. Gauntlet damage per shot increased to 200. Nullify reduced movement speed penalty during use to 30%. And then we have more cards. Entire ability Firebomb, update the text to reflect all the balance change with which removed healing reduction on base ability. Okay, Vora, ability, Harbinger Wrath, remove the damage immune at the start of the ultimate. Deadly Scythe, reduce the size of the projects by 10%. Talents, Deafening Silence, the current word obliteration now silence enemies it for 1.5 seconds. Increase the duration of the silence to 1.65 seconds. Okay, can be good. Yagoraf, ability, Hardener Carapace, reduce the benefits of damage reduction to 30%. Devour, increase the time until pulling the enemy starts from 1 second. Reduce the speed of pulling the target towards Yoggorath by 5%. Reduce Yoggorath health while in ultimate form from 3500 to 3300. Okay, some nerfs in there because they don't want people to play a lot. But you can see there is no bug fixing in here. Like they say they fixed some bugs, but I think they didn't put on patch notes because it will be super big. So yeah, but it's only this. And like it's the normal patch of Paladins. They do a lot of change because it's now it's 2 in 2 months always, so they can receive a lot of feedback for the game. Yes, it's always a good patch because a lot of skins, new limited modes. Okay, it's always good. We have trials of time or like that. I don't even remember because they need to change that. It's already these trials of the realm. It's already kind of boring because nothing new. It's always same thing. So I think they need to change. And then where was that thing that the event pass? It was on the bottom that I want to talk about that where they say that where it is that they want to change the game to make people that they want to be the best tier of Paladins. It's like I understand why they say this because it wants to make 2022 the biggest tier of Paladins ever. They need to understand they're never gonna be the biggest tier for Paladins ever because like the game has tons of bugs. They already talk about that. I already talk about that too. It's like okay, they can't fix all the bugs because the team that created Paladins is no longer doing behind Paladins. It's a new team, so they don't know the code to fix the bugs. Okay, but the problem is there's always going to be bugs and major bugs like crash like that, and the servers people say there is some lag in the servers, a lot of crash that makes impossible to play. The matchmaking is not the best. They never improve it. So it's like you want to be the biggest tier of Paladins ever, but you can't do that if you don't update. Like when I say update, it's not releasing patch notes. What I'm saying is like you need to change the game. The game is already old. They are using old engine. You can see nowadays every game is Unreal Engine 4 because brings better graphics, can fix a lot of bugs. You can do a lot of shit for the game. This one is Unreal Engine 3. They try to make things new for champions. That's always good idea, but it's like it will bring new bugs for the game, like 7. You can hook to the walls. Okay, nice, new ways to play the game, but will bring new bugs for the game and you won't be able to fix that. You're gonna be always after bugs and you can't even fix that shit. So like the first thing is start thinking on creating a new Paladins. Like say okay, this game is what it is, what it was. We did what you could, right? It's like we did what you could do for the game, but now it's like time to say that we need to move for a new one, like say Paladins 2. Like say okay, we go to Paladins 2 like that. The team that's now behind Paladins moves to the Paladins 2. They can create the code like that. There won't be major bugs. Immediately those major bugs will disappear because those that create the game will know how to fix those bugs immediately. Better graphics immediately, like go to Unreal Engine 4, you're gonna have better graphics, you're gonna be able to put more optimization in the game, like that people don't play with some low frames. They will be able to play with good frames because more optimization will be around. You can then, of course, you need to then to pass all champions that you are on Paladins to a new Paladins game, like that. The graphics will be better. You will call more attention for the players because Paladins was affected with OB64. I think it was like that. It was called. That was the patch that killed the game, right? That people say that was killed the game because it was a bad patch. Then of course they fixed everything that was bad, but a lot of the community left the game. It's like if you go to Steam, you can see how many players play the game. You can see it's between 5,000 to 50,000 that play the game. Of course, depends then the time. That sometimes is 10,000, 5,000, like that. So you can see that's not a lot of players. Yes, you can say, but there is console players, Epic Game players. Yes, but isn't a lot of players already playing the game? So a way to make the game better is creating a new one. Transition every champion that exists on Paladins to do the other game, to Paladins 2. You transition, better graphics, with all bugs fixed already. You don't have these bugs, you already can fix because you know the codes, how to fix that. The graphics will be good, you will be able to do new things for the game, new mechanics, better things for the game, and all the ideas that you want to put on the game, but you can't because the engine is old. You can bring to a new engine, the Unreal Engine 4, and you can do that, and at the same time you will call more people to play because it's a new game and it's not affected by the shit that happened during the years. That's what I will say to be the biggest year of Paladins will be that they announcing, okay, we are doing Paladins 2 with Unreal Engine 4, every champ that exists on Paladins will be for that, and we're gonna be able to make the game better and to have more players playing the game. That's to what people want, not like, oh, we're gonna add this, and people are like, okay, you are trying to change the game, but the game will still have the same bugs, same crash, same server problems. So that's only my opinion. That for the game to have more success and to have more players playing will be to make a new Paladins game. I will say Paladins 2 because it's how it is the easiest way to make a game, right? Paladins 2. And a lot of people want that, a lot of players want that because if when people talk about the bugs, they say it, the guys that are now behind from Paladins weren't those that created the game. And we understand. But when you know that, you need to make a new game. Like that, those bugs won't exist. It's like that. It's not like, oh, there is bugs we're gonna try to fix, but fuck it. You can't be like that. So that's my opinion. Was creating a new game for Paladins. All champions from Paladins will go to that Paladins 2. New engine, refresher. It was a new game for everyone, and people will come to play the game, and developers only need to continue with this. 2 in 2 months, releasing a new champion, a patch to fix, to balancing, to release new content, and the game will be bigger. But oh well, it is what it is. It's like an opinion from one player, but it's like the developers is what they want. Like oh well, but like. The patch is always good because it balances always a lot of games. They try to introduce every season, right? They try to introduce new things that people get excited, but then it's like becomes boring because they don't change nothing. But yeah, a new champion that seems good. That is, you can see that is inspired on Deathstroke from Batman. It seems good in terms of gameplay. It seems good too because it's all around this CMG. And it doesn't have no ability that can like other champions have. He has a hook, a grapple hook and a dodge. So and his ultimate is like with that talent you can change always how you want. If you want to bring that talent, you're gonna do damage to 1100 damage to a champion. If you want to have the original ultimate he has, you don't have that talent, and you can fear 5 enemies if you want. So he seems good. Of course, now he's a flanker, he has low health. Let's see how people will see if Chubby is good or not. They didn't talk about the PTS, that was kind of strange. People were on Steam chat asking for PTS, but nobody answered. It's like kind of weird. They didn't even talk about that, like what happened. Like, we have to wait. When it appears a new update for PTS, meaning that is on already, like Friday, Saturday, who knows, but when it comes out, the PTS, I will show the skins and I will show the new champion to see how it is in game, how it works, and try to figure out a combo that you can do. So, hope you guys enjoyed patch notes of Paladins, and see you guys next time.